Hey, Dave here, and I wanted to share something that I just found that's kind of fun on the Kronos. So, you have two kinds of banks that exist. You have banks for your HD1 engine, and then all of your other EXI engines, like your CX3 and so on. Well, something that I just discovered that I thought was kind of fun is when you have an HD1 program, and that HD1 program only has one oscillator. Sometimes you can enable the second oscillator and find kind of like a hidden setting. And what I mean by that is whoever did the programming for these um, prior to releasing them on the Kronos, they actually have oscillator 2 data. Now, not all of them do. Some of them just default to the piano sound, and I'll show you what that looks like. But I wanted to give you an example of one that either was derived from another program at some point in its past, um, or it had a second oscillator and they decided to turn it off before writing this as the final oscillator. So I just wanted to show you what that looks like. So all we need to do is we can go into any HD1 program that has a single oscillator, so both banks are not filled. When I go to basic and I go to oscillator mode and I set it to double and I go back to play, you'll notice oscillator 2 actually does exist. It has settings, it has things like your amp EG, it has things like your filter EG, and so on. So you can see that there was actually something here before. So if I turn this off, so that's the sound. When I turn on the second oscillator, okay, so you're getting the idea. So you can go through a whole bunch of these. So like this one, the velocity vibrato flugelhorn. Okay, so I'm going to go to this one. Okay, so that's what it sounds like on its own. I'm just exploring here. This may not have something else, but it looks like it does. So it could have been, again, when it was developed or when it was programmed, they originally decided, well, let's have two oscillators, and they could get away with one, so why have a second one? Now, there are some that have absolutely nothing in them. Maybe most of these might. Let me see here. I'm just selecting ones here, and I'm looking on the left-hand side to see if it goes down to a single. Like, see here, I can see it's a single oscillator. So, vibrato bassoon, this may not have anything in it. Well, it actually does. So this is just one of those quick tips that I wanted to share with you, that if you wanted to go exploring in the Kronos, you might find some neat sounds, or you might find something that was made that was actually gotten rid of at some point, and you can actually bring that information back. Three-way steel string guitar. Yeah, so you can actually bring that information back simply by turning on the double oscillator. And yeah, so we've got a sound here. So I don't know what that was for, but it was there. By default, if you were to find one that didn't have any oscillator information for oscillator 2, it would just be the default piano sound, and everything would be kind of basic, kind of like what we see here. Looks like, this was either derived from something else or whatever the case may be. So anyway, just wanted to share that really quickly. If you wanted to go exploring and find some backdoor stuff in the car or in the Korg Kronos, this is a great way to go experimenting. So hope you enjoy.